Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So it's been a minute. I missed the 2 past weeks of Queendom, if I'm not mistaken, but technically from this point on I'm not supposed to be missing anymore because I don't have anywhere to be anymore. And that means that once I have caught up with this week's performances, I will be up to date, hopefully. So what I did yesterday in preparation for today's reaction, I watched the 4th and 5th episode of Queendom, and those videos are already on Patreon for the 3rd tier. The link will be in the description box below if you guys are interested. But so yeah, that means that I already know the context of this. So very briefly, there will be 3 teams for the vocal unit and 3 teams for the dance unit. As far as I remember, the vocal units got to choose the song that they would perform, but the dance unit had a routine given to them, so they had to learn that with the teachers and everything. So there you go, that's kind of like what I know. And just very quickly as well, I wanted to talk about how I would rank those performances, because I don't believe I can go with the same ranking system that I've had thus far. I think what I'm going to focus mostly on for the vocal units are the chemistry between the members of the unit, also how they delivered the stage and the emotions and everything, and how I perceived it. Also, I might take into consideration as well the staging, like the props. Like, I think I'm still going to be keeping in mind the concept, like visually speaking, like what type of story they wanted to get across and everything. So stuff like this. Like, I think conceptually wise, I'm still going to be maybe giving my 2 cents on the visual aspect of things. And yeah, there you go. So we're gonna start with the vocal teams first. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with Sohye and Mignon first. That way we get it out of the way. You know, I have tissues here. I know, like I said in my reaction during the 5th episode, I just know that this stage is going to break me, and that it would probably be better for me to watch it first, to then have the 2 next stages don't go or the other, you know, to kind of like comfort me after this here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start with Sam first, and then I check the 우주소녀 X BBG unit, and then finally the Kepler and Luna stage. Anyway, so one of the concerns that I had regarding Sohye and Mignon's performance before they had settled for this song, I think it was mainly that maybe their powerful vocals would overlap and not create enough depth in the song. Because from what I gathered, Mignon wanted to go for something that was very powerful with a lot of high notes to like impress the audience and everything. And I think Hyunin wanted to go for a different route, judging from the choices of her songs, you know. So initially I was kind of like on the fence of wanting to see them together in a unit, because I wasn't too sure whether I would like to see them belt high notes and everything, and just it being like a masterclass of like powerful vocals. You know, I didn't want that necessarily. I still wanted to see them together because it makes so much sense, but I also was like, I'm not sure I would like them to go for like the very insanely powerful vocals and high notes, you know. So I'm glad that they have settled for something that is a little bit more subdued, but still would be able to show their range and like the powerful vocal. Like, I don't know how you would describe powerful vocals, but to me it's not necessarily like high notes. I feel like you can still find power in like lower notes and like lower range. And anyways, what am I even talking about? I don't know shit about vocals. So anyways, let's just go ahead. 하지만 아름다웠던 당신과 나의 사춘기. She chose to go for very a deeper, like lower key from her usual, right? Oh, that's beautiful. They're mirroring the scribbles there on the screen. Well, you know, I was almost expecting to cry more, to break more, but yeah. I think this stage from the very beginning, you can catch the gist of what they wanted to focus on. I think you can quickly understand the artistic route that they took and why they chose that one. You know, this is one of those instances where even if you don't necessarily understand the lyrics or English translation isn't provided or whatever, you will still be able to receive the intention, the intended meaning that is carried through the emotions by their voices, you know? Like, emotions is a language of its own, if that makes sense. You don't need to be speaking the same language to understand emotions and feelings. And so this is what's happening here. I don't understand the lyrics, but I understand the pain. So yeah, feelings and emotion is a language of its own, and I understood that much. I also entirely believe that this is one of those songs where if you haven't gone through anything that is remotely similar to what is being described in the song, you cannot properly deliver the intent, the real intent of the song, you know? There's a reason why this stage feels so raw, and it's because the people who are delivering it have gone through something very similar. And so the emotions that they are delivering and that we are receiving as an audience resonates because they truly believe in that song and the lyrics and the message and everything. They lived through these type of hardship and like painful moments and everything because they know how it feels. It made it easier for them to deliver the proper emotions, and us as an audience, those who have gone through something similar to this, we relate to the pain. We relate to the experiences, to the journey and everything, to the feelings, to the emotions. And so them choosing to keep everything so on the down low and very, I think this stage was very poetic. For Hyun to be sitting down on stage in a very modest, casual outfit is something that is so far off from what we've seen her wear and do thus far in the competition. I think that mise en scène, that staging, made it so much more relatable, so much more human, if that makes sense, and for us also, the audience, to relate. This could be me, like, she looked very normal, you know, in that instance. I think them two deciding for a more casual look made them more vulnerable looking as well. It's almost like when they go on stage as an idol with like the heavy makeup and like the whole crazy attires and everything, crazy, you know, extravagant attire and everything. It's like, it's almost like a persona, you know. Here it felt a lot more human, down to earth, a lot more real in a sense. So that's why I see vulnerability in there. I also think it's so beautiful to see them gradually getting closer to each other, to, you know, have them hug at the end and embrace each other. It's really beautiful to see that journey, if that makes sense. Hyun being bathed in that lighting is, it's beautiful. I remember that Mignon had a really hard time like trusting her own abilities, and I think she did a really good job here. I understand that this is the type of program where if you keep on like being at the bottom of the ranking and everything, it takes a toll on your own, you know, self-confidence and everything. But I like, Mignon has nothing to worry about. Like, she is an incredible, oh, that's beautiful. Wait, sorry, I just noticed, but like the street lamps or whatever you call them, up until the moment where they turn to look at each other to sing together, there are only 2 lights that are turned on, and little by little, the more they come close to each other, the lamps are like lighting up. Like, since they are walking towards each other, they're finding the light or something like this. That's why I'm saying there's something very poetic about this stage. It's really beautiful. I think this is really giving 2 souls who, because they understand each other's struggle, found their way to each other, and they kind of like found that beacon of light that would lead them to each other. That's what I'm saying. This stage is really, really poetic. Even though it is kept very minimal and sparse and void of anything that is remotely extravagant, sometimes less is more. And in this instance, I feel like they definitely wanted to focus on the emotions and the rawness of everything and the realness of it too. So the simplicity of the stage made it that their voices and the emotion shined, you know, and that was what was highlighted more than anything else. There was great chemistry between the 2 of them. I almost liked it better when they did not do the high notes, because I felt like when they were singing in a more, you know, subdued, I don't know how you call it, like a more lower tone, it felt more heartfelt, it felt more raw in those moments, you know. The breathiness of Hyun's voice made it sound like she almost like was sobbing or whatever. It's you know, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be watching like the whole 3 stages first, and then I will give my ranking based on like the overall feelings that I gather, and not like give a score. Then moving on, we have Yunjong, Subin and Luna. And if I remember correctly, they are covering a song from Baekhyun, which I know of her obviously, but like I'm not familiar with that song either. So I'm also not going to be able to compare it to the original. So there you go. Let's go. Oh wait, it's an IU song. Wait, is it? I don't know. Oh, that's beautiful. Right off the bat, like that. They look like spring fairies. Imagine being there. Imagine being that girl. Wow. Oh, I think the wind. It's reminding me of I by Taeyeon, the music video, but the spring version. The mic looks way too big for her hand. She's small, she's tiny. Okay, the cameraman is a little bit... Okay. Yeah, that's definitely not the right timing, but it's okay. It's okay. He's doing his best. I guess that's a giveaway of them singing live, right? If you can see the veins. I'm so soft for her, like, oh my god. She's got me wrapped around her fingers and she's just living. Like, girly is... They definitely look like spring goddesses, like spring fairies. Okay, so this is not the song that we have heard them like perform, give a snippet off during the 5th episode. I guess considering the 2 other choices of the 2 other units, you know, them going for something that is more fresh, more lively, that is still letting them showcase their vocals and everything, is a smart move, is a clever move, because that way it really sets them apart from the 2 other groups. You know, this is giving me a little bit of like a commercial film for like an ad to Jeju-do, or like something for like a cream that is made with something from Jeju-do, if that makes sense. There's something very fresh, very clean about this, and I think it's the wind that is blowing on them that is making it very commercial. Like, I don't know if it's just the wind, but there's something very commercial about this. I'm not entirely a fan of Subin being introduced for the first time on screen by her standing near the audience. That's a great like memory for the audience to have someone so close to them, but I think it fitting in the concept doesn't, I don't get it. Or they could have to kind of like created a flower road for her on the stairs leading to the 2nd platform where they would, you know, gather together at the end. Like, I feel like Subin's like first impression was so random, like, because Euna and Yunjong already had their little spring thing going on. For her to be standing in the middle of nothing felt a little bit out of place. I really do think that the easiest way they could have done it more like floral or whatever was just to add a little bit of flowers on the stairs, or like create like a parterre of flowers on the main stage for her to be like in the middle of it, or even, you know, sitting on a little couch with flowers around her or something that was personally for her instead of just the audience. I mean, are the audience the flower? I don't know. I just thought that her appearance right there was not fitting the whole image of the stage. There's one thing also that I wish maybe we could have heard, is them singing together, like actually together. It really felt like, okay, this is a trio, I get it. So like, yeah, they're gonna take turns singing and everything, but I really hope that at some point they would have harmonized together or something. I don't know if the song allows this type of collaboration, but it somehow felt very, what is it? Okay, this is my turn, this is your turn, this is her turn. Even though during the second part of the song they were all together, close to each other on stage, it still felt like they were each on their end of the stage, if that makes sense. I didn't hear chemistry. So I guess to put it very bluntly, I enjoyed how fresh and clean it sounded and looked, but the song didn't do anything for me. All right, and last but not least, we have the biggest unit out of the bunch. So we had a duo, a trio, and this is like a sextuor. I don't know how you say it in English. I don't even know if that's how you say it in French, but... So out of transparency, you know, this is the only song that I'm really familiar with. Out of the three, this is also one of my favorite EXO songs of all time. So I do have kind of like a history with that song, but I'm also gonna try my very best not to let it affect my overall opinion on the song. I think one of the things that I'm most excited for with this is hearing all of the distinct tonality of their voices, since they have all very different distinct timbre to their voices. So I'm really excited for this. And also from the very small snippet that they have given us, a lot of harmonization, and I'm a sucker for harmonization, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Let's go. Oh wow. She looks like, no, she looks like Daphne in Bridgerton. She's a Cinderella. She's having her Cinderella moment. Her voice is so recognizable. Oh. I love this song. Is she crying? Is Sohye crying? Did I imagine a tear? Or what the fuck? What is wrong with me? Oh, they're stunning. Did I imagine a tear? Oh, baby. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and check because I feel insane. She cried. I did not imagine a tear. It was like the tear, that tear that she had was a paid actor. Like that moment was beautiful. Why is it with me with... Why do I cry when I see people cry? Seriously, why? Like, I am tired of crying. Can my brain and body not do this, please? This is exhausting. This was magical. This is what... This song is the equivalent of a fairy tale, but like in form of music. I know they're singing about butterflies, right? Like Nabi is butterfly, but like the imagery that comes to my mind when I hear this song is one of those very like green forest and everything, but at dawn or whatever, and you see like fireflies that kind of like guiding you through the forest or whatever. It's really just like that beautiful, warm and cozy and welcoming energy and warm energy that this song is giving me. This is a comfort song, definitely. I think this stage here kind of like checks all of the boxes that I kind of like wanted for this mission right here. The choice of the song is fantastic, obviously, but their rendition is also beautiful. One of the biggest risks when you are covering a song that is well known or really well liked by a lot of people is you not making it, first of all, your own, you know, but also you not doing it justice. Also, I feel like it's a risk, you know, it's a risk. And so here I'm pleased and relieved to say that even though the original is already a masterpiece, they did the original song justice, you know, and the way they appropriated this song, it was magical. Like I said, it was magical. Also them wearing all white and standing on the stairs. It really does feel like the stairs of heaven almost, with the fumes at the bottom of the stairs. It feels very angelic. This whole thing is very angelic, very heavenly. Another thing about this is you can tell they are feeling the song. I mean, Yunjong literally cried while singing this song. The emotions that they portrayed and delivered carried the stage for sure. Also, not gonna lie, seeing Taeyeon here really gives off, I mean, it reminds me of that stage from Girls Planet 999. Like, it was like, do you get deja vu moment? Yes, definitely. I also loved their voices together. The moments where they are looking into each other's eyes and singing in harmony and everything. It's like I said, it is ticking all of the boxes that I wanted to see for such mission. So I think with that, I'm telling you that this is my favorite out of the three. It won't be a surprise for you. I think it is easily even my favorite out of the three. So like I said, I'm not gonna be basing myself on any factors like you know, chemistry staging or like props or whatever. I'm not gonna do this because it is hard to do this on a mission such as this one. So I'm just gonna give you my ranking, and if you'd like to share yours in the comments, please feel free to do so as well. So my personal ranking would be Kepler and Luna's stage, then followed by Sohye and Mignon, and then finally Sohye and BBZ. I think also one of the reasons why I'm ranking them this way is also the replay factor, if that makes sense. Like, I could definitely see myself replaying Don't Go. Like this rendition of Don't Go, I can see myself listening to it and looking for it to listen to it because of how beautiful it is, you know? Like I said, for Sohye and BBZ's stage, the song didn't do it for me. I didn't connect to it. I didn't feel any emotions. I didn't really feel any particular synergy on stage. I'm not talking about the synergy and the chemistry between the girls, you know, the members, but it's just like how they decided to divide the parts and everything. Yeah, it just didn't do it for me. So yeah, there we go. I think this is going to conclude this video for the vocal team. I am now going to go ahead and watch the dance team. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Please remember that everything that I say in these videos are my personal opinion only. You do not have to share it. As long as we are being respectful towards each other's opinion, then everything's good. Everything's good. So yeah, if you wish to share your opinion in the comments, please do it respectfully. And if you guys would like to watch the full episodes with me, then it will be over on my Patreon, available for the 3rd tier only. So yeah, link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.